Daily Bible reading, 1 Samuel chapter 3. Young Samuel was in the service of the Lord under Eli. In those days the word of the Lord was rare. Prophecy was not widespread. One day Eli was asleep in his usual place. His eyes had begun to fail and he could barely see. The lamp of God had not yet gone out, and Samuel was sleeping in the temple of the Lord where the ark of God was. The Lord called out to Samuel, and he answered, "I'm coming." He ran to Eli and said, "Here I am, you called me." But he replied, "I didn't call you, go back to sleep." So he went back and lay down. Again the Lord called, "Samuel." Samuel rose and went to Eli and said, "Here I am, you called me." But he replied, "I didn't call, my son. Go back to sleep." Now Samuel had not yet experienced the Lord. The word of the Lord had not yet been revealed to him. The Lord called Samuel again a third time, and he rose and went to Eli and said, "Here I am, you called me." Then Eli understood that the Lord was calling the boy, and Eli said to Samuel, "Go lie down. If you are called again, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" And Samuel went to his place and lay down. The Lord came and stood there, and he called as before, "Samuel, Samuel." And Samuel answered, "Speak, for your servant is listening." The Lord said to Samuel, "I am going to do in Israel such a thing that both ears of anyone who hears about it will tingle. In that day I will fulfill against Eli all that I spoke concerning his house, from beginning to end. And I declared to him that I sentence his house to endless punishment for the iniquity he knew about, how his sons committed sacrilege at will, and he did not rebuke them. Assuredly, I swear concerning the house of Eli, that the iniquity of the house of Eli will never be expiated by sacrifice or offering." Samuel lay there until morning, and then he opened the doors of the house of the Lord. Samuel was afraid to report the vision to Eli. But Eli summoned Samuel and said, "Samuel, my son," and he answered, "Here." And Eli asked, "What did he say to you?" "Keep nothing from me." "Thus and more may God do to you if you keep from me a single word of all that he said to you." Samuel then told him everything, withholding nothing from him. And Eli said, "He is the Lord. He will do what he deems right." Samuel grew up, and the Lord was with him. He did not leave any of Samuel's predictions unfulfilled. All Israel, from Dan to Beersheba, knew that Samuel was trustworthy as a prophet of the Lord. And the Lord continued to appear at Shiloh. The Lord revealed himself to Samuel at Shiloh with the word of the Lord. And Samuel's word went forth to all Israel.